self. And this person, the intimate partner, the special friend, the whatever, this person is not a part of reality. He is immersed and embedded with a borderline in a shared fantasy. As I told you, this process of recreation involves grandiose fantasies, and it is a shared fantasy, exactly like the narcissist. But in the narcissistic shared fantasy, the purpose is to maintain the grandiose or the cognitive distortion of grandiosity. In other words, the aim of the shared fantasy, in the case of the narcissist, is to uphold and buttress and affirm and confirm a narrative where the narcissist is godlike, a perfect entity. Whereas the aim of the shared fantasy in borderline personality disorder is to provide an environment where another person is fully empowered and able to help the borderline to become time and again, as many times as necessary. It is the other person's love that guarantees the longevity of this process. It is the other person's love that provides a secure base. In other words, the other person fulfills a maternal function. The other person is mother. This is why borderlines fall for narcissists, because narcissists are into dual mothership. You will be your mother, but I will be your mother as well. You will be my mother, I'm sorry, and I will be your mother as well. So narcissists offer the borderline a perfect solution, a package deal. I will regulate you externally, and I will act as your mother, on condition that you repay your debt by becoming my mother. The narcissist shared fantasy seamlessly integrates with the borderline shared fantasy, although they have different agendas, completely different agendas. The borderline aggrandizes the narcissist, caters to the narcissist's psychological needs of external regulation, upholds the narcissist's grandiosity, provides narcissistic supply, because the narcissist gives her what she needs: external regulation, a sense of identity. Identity through someone else's gaze. She sees herself through his gaze. For the first time, she actually sees herself. And if she is reflected in someone else's gaze, it must mean that she does exist. And there's a sense of existence. As I said, the borderline has a problem in generating self-objects. Self-object is any narcissistic experience in which the other person is in the service of the self. And the self becomes through the narcissistic self-objects. By being serviced, when other people service the self is able to perceive the separateness of these other people and is able to become. So the self is a structure that accounts for the experience of continuity, coherence, and well-being. It is a source of narcissistic feeling. This is the irony in borderline and in narcissism. The self is absent. Its formation has been disrupted. The borderline is perhaps biologically, genetically, cerebrally, brain-wise, incapable of generating a self. With the case of the narcissist, at this stage we believe that it is environmentally induced. The disruption in the formation of the self is a result of abuse, trauma, and adversity in early childhood. Fuchs suggested that